Imagine you have the perfect apartment. Everything is tidy, minimalist, and stylishly organized, and suddenly you feel empty. Can that happen? And could it even be that minimalism is not the solution, but the problem? In this video, we talk about the dark side of minimalism. We discuss what happens when minimalism becomes toxic. Stay tuned to find out why this seemingly healing lifestyle can take a dangerous turn and how you can protect yourself from it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine and I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been living a minimalist lifestyle for more than 6 years now. Recently, I heard a shocking story about a minimalist family on a minimalism channel. What exactly happened, I'll tell you in a moment. But the story itself made me think, how much minimalism is actually too much? Temptation. Minimalism, it sounds like freedom, like fewer problems, like a promising escape from the hamster wheel of our society. No wonder this lifestyle is gaining more and more significance worldwide. On YouTube or Instagram, you see perfectly styled minimalists in color-coordinated capsule wardrobes. Most of them live in chic beige apartments. Most of them have decluttered 90% of their possessions, at least according to their own statements. Almost always they look happy. But is that the truth? Or is there something the perfect pictures are hiding from us? If you've been on my channel before, you know that I declutter several items every week, that I even find it liberating when I get rid of something again. What you probably don't know is that I occasionally receive comments from users who think it's not enough. Compulsive. You're not a minimalist at all! I've heard that more than once. Maybe my apartment isn't beige enough, or not empty enough. I don't let myself be pressured. I chose this lifestyle to make my life easier, and not to create new hurdles for myself. But what does actually happen when minimalism becomes obsessive? Does that really exist? I start researching. Is the story the YouTuber told really true? After some back and forth, I finally find something. Instagram Photoshoot. I live in an Instagram photo. This quote comes from a man who left his wife because she is a minimalist. Sounds terrible at first, right? But wait until you hear the whole story. I'm sure you'll think differently afterwards. The man reports that he and his wife were in their mid-30s and had a daughter together. At some point, his wife started an Instagram channel and became very successful with it. She gained over 400,000 followers. But passion turned into obsession. Dark. Our child's room is just a mess of beige and cream colors. There are hardly any toys, the man says. Their daughter has to store her toys at grandma's house because they don't fit into her mother's home color scheme. The daughter's first steps, a truly special moment, were overshadowed by an argument. The reason? The man had placed his coffee cup on the coffee table. Too much for the wife, because she would have to painstakingly edit it out of the video later. Phew. The story ended in divorce. Good for the man and probably also for the daughter, who now at least has a 50% chance of a normal home. But it made me realize something. Perfect. My goal is to spend less time on household chores and have more freedom for myself. And if my home looks nicer as a result, I'll gladly take this as a bonus. When I buy the 100th toy for a children's room that is already overflowing, I'd rather avoid that. So I started decluttering and organizing better storage solutions in the kids' room. But it remains a children's room. The story of the beige mom made it very clear to me what I don't want for us. But how can we prevent minimalism from becoming toxic? Before we get into that, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything in the future, and together we'll simplify your life. Social pressure. I believe that social media often plays an unfortunate role when it comes to toxic minimalism. Let's be honest, with many pictures we can no longer tell how real they actually are. Did this really happen? Or was the image created by AI? Or maybe edited so much that only part of it reflects reality while the rest is altered and manipulated. As creators, editing our content is part of the job, but when do we take it too far? How many of us even ask ourselves this question? When you see a photo or video about minimalism, remember that you never know the full story behind it. You don't know how long the creator spent tidying up beforehand, and whether there's a Benjamin behind it all. Feel free to draw inspiration from pictures and videos, but avoid one thing at all costs: comparison. A 20-year-old student has a different life than a 43-year-old mother of 4. We see pretty pictures and videos, but when we don't know the stories behind them, we walk straight into a trap. Please don't compare yourself to others. There will always be someone who is faster, more attractive, or has a more stylish minimalist home. But putting yourself under pressure like that only makes things worse. In the worst case, you end up chasing an ideal that you will never reach or that doesn't even exist, simply because you are in a completely different phase of life or facing different challenges. If you want to compare yourself to someone, compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Track your own progress. Take before and after pictures with your phone. Let yourself be inspired by this and other channels, but don't feel pressured. When does it become toxic? How do you actually know when minimalism has gone too far in your life? Decluttering is great and is part of a minimalist lifestyle, but this behavior should never become obsessive. Remember, minimalism is supposed to make your life easier. If you're constantly going through your home trying to get rid of 90% of your possessions or limiting yourself to only 100 items, something is wrong. Minimalism should never become an end in itself. It is not a replacement religion. That's why I have no patience for extreme minimalists who leave dissatisfied comments on my channel. We're not competing to see who can get rid of the most stuff. We're on a journey towards more freedom, more time for ourselves, a happier life. That's why minimalism is individual for everyone. No one can tell you what you need for a happy life and what you don't. Don't make the mistake of getting rid of things that are important to you just because they don't fit into your favorite minimalism channel's aesthetic. So let's come back to our original question. Could it be that they're unhappy despite minimalism, or maybe even because of it? Extreme. Yes. Minimalism can very well make you unhappy and become a problem. But there's a simple solution. Never let it become extreme. Always remind yourself why you chose this lifestyle, because you wanted to make life easier. If you start building more and more restrictions and barriers in your mind, something is off. If you realize you can do fewer and fewer things, have to give up more and more of what you actually enjoy, then it's time to take a step back and adjust your focus. Start with the fundamental question you asked yourself when you first started with minimalism. What is important to me? What makes me feel good? What do I want to achieve? Ask yourself honestly whether your behavior is helping you with that, or if you might be overdoing it a little. Is it really the end of the world to have one extra toy? To go window shopping with your partner even if you don't feel like buying anything? Life is about compromises, and the middle ground is often the best choice. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and most importantly, come back next time. I'd love to see you again. Until then, all the best, Jasmine.